Are you kidding me? I told ya.
I just went on. I was trying to figure out why I wasn't seeing me live on there, and then I realized I forgot to hit the go live on StreamYard.
We got it now. The counter is on, dude. The counter is on. God.
It's one of those mornings, I guess.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Bloody Jim. I did another one this morning just for a muck around. 5 hours later.
Who? Oh,
With Jim. Jim and Ron.
Yeah.
And Adrian and Mad Kiwi and Peter Carroll. We just yabbered for 5 bloody hours, mate.
I know it's easy to do. Hey, Drone Worship, good morning. How are you doing today? I saw your I didn't see the live stream, but I saw you in the hospital. I hope you get better, bud. Man, that's gotta be a bummer. True Drone Reviews, good morning, Brian. Caleb Young, good morning. Thomas O'Sullivan, good morning. Tomas O'Sullivan. Dennis Lovelady, good morning. Hey, everybody's coming in now. Drone Worship, why are you?
Yeah, man.
All right. Good morning, Steve Miller. Daddy of 13, good morning. Well, it was cold this morning on that sunrise stream. I didn't think 38 degrees could be so cotton picking cold. I was chilled until about 2 minutes ago.
Did you say cold?
Cold. Cold. It was cold.
Oh, dude. Yeah. It was nice though. Bloody nice, mate. And Dennis, God, I tell you, that's a nice location he's got there with the.
It is. It's
stuff.
You know, I think I've got a good location too, and I'm just afraid people are going to get bored with it. So I got to try and find some other place to fly at. But
you had some nice stuff going on this morning over the pond there, mate, with the low fog there.
Yeah, I've got my big camera out there doing some video of it. So I've got about 2 hours now, and I'm going to do a time lapse of it. Hey, we got some other people coming in. Let's see. True Drone Reviews. Good morning, Brian. Daddy of 13. Good morning, Kevin. Drone Worship, of course. Good morning, Steve Miller. Good morning, Andrew Altschwager. Man, good morning. I hope, forgive me for messing up your last name if I did. Tomas O'Sullivan, good morning. Caleb Young, again, good morning. Jack Sparky Fron, good morning. Third Eye View.
Wow. You got a few there, mate.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Steve Miller. In case I forgot you, I don't think I did. I got to meet Steve Miller at Spin Up. And it's, that was cool. So
yeah, it's good catching up with people like that, eh?
It is,
It's really, really awesome.
And there's Metro Drones. I can't remember his name, but I met him as well. Of course, there was Drone Bum and Chris Hope and Steve Carpenter. And,
so I was just reading Caleb's thing. Oh, that's awesome, Caleb. Thanks, mate. That's awesome. I wonder what movie it could have been.
Well, you should have him fooled, don't you, Matt?
I do. I do. Magic tricks.
Oh, yeah, Caleb. It was definitely cold, brother. He probably lives about 70 miles south of me in central Virginia.
Wow.
And I want to hook up with him one of these days.
Yeah. He's oh God, what's he got now? It's an air. He got an air. He got a spark and an air. Now whether he sold his spark or not, I'm not sure.
So, but hey, there's a channel I want to give a shout out to, but I want to wait and see if he pops in. The link is down below in the description, or should be. Mason Kieser, good morning, brother. How are you today? Is Ruland in here?
Nacho.
Dennis, good morning. Ruland, good morning. I can't believe there's this many people that want to see a bunch of old men shooting the breeze. But I'm sure glad they're here. Speaking of old men, old farts, here's the oldest of us all. Good morning, Peter.
Thank you for that nice introduction. Thank you.
You're welcome, brother. Anything for you? Anything for you, man. Nothing but love.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. There's Matt there too. I haven't seen him for a couple of hours.
Let me tell you something, Pete. You're on the high rating show now, so let the quips flow, buddy.
Okay. I've forgotten them all now.
Oh yeah, okay, Dan. Yeah, I'd love to meet up with you, and I won't expect any dinner. Oh yeah, you gotta love that guy. Man, that guy is going through some rough times medically, and so is Trevor.
Yeah, what's that?
I don't. He didn't explain to me what was wrong, other than he had some kind of an infection, I think it was. But he's just going through some rough times, and I'm not going to go. I don't know all the details, so I'm not going to go into it in depth or anything. But let's just keep him in our prayers if you pray, and just keep him in our thoughts if you don't pray. And hope he gets to feeling better soon. So, but anyway, and same thing for Dan, Drone Worship. He's been going through some rough medical times too. So,
yeah, it's all catching up, isn't it? I mean, hey, speaking of Ron earlier, not Ron, Jim earlier, he's had back fusions and all that sort of biz, and oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Jim in about a week and a half or so.
Yeah, well, he didn't pop in last week at all anywhere. Hey, Ron.
Hello, Ron. Good morning.
Look at him, bleary-eyed. He was one of the culprits, Rodney. He was one of the culprits. Kept me
Ron
up.
was?
Yeah. But
I have a funny feeling you're just trying to pass the blame. You love being on the live stream. Matt, come on, don't be blaming other people.
I do. I like to pass the buck. There's a buck behind him, actually.
Yeah, three of them. Hey, he's got $3. He's rich.
Woo! Down to the lolly store, mate.
Yeah, Ronnie, I was hanging out with these bad influences last night, having me up till all hours, and
well, I tried telling you, Ron, not to get mixed up with these Aussies.
that's the good part.
They'll corrupt you every time.
The good part is he didn't say yes, but he didn't say no. But I watched his wheels spin, and I think we got Matt talked in to come with Jim for the Sturgis rally next August.
Oh, really?
You need to start that GoFundMe bail money now.
Dude, I reckon, that is that's a very, very doable thing. That's
You got that same look. Yeah, I'm not saying no, I'm not saying yes, but damn, that sounds good.
I'm not saying no, and I'm definitely on the right side of yes, and I'm going to grab Peter Carroll too. He's going to be my chaperone.
Oh,
Look at his face. He goes, what? It'll take a bit. Oh, dude. No, but really good. That's a fantastic thing. And, it's good knowing people all over the place because you can. I mean, and I can do it through a lot of places in the world, and I can nip to there and there, and I'll always have someone I can catch up with, and it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. Oh, geez,
Matt, I asked myself two questions. After about it's been 2 months now. I lost my one really good friend, and 48 years old, lived a great life. He was an airline pilot for Delta, and he passed away, because of a nasty disease of cancer. And life is so short, and I've been going through times now where it's like I realize that more and more. So I ask myself two questions when opportunity stares me in the face. I say, do I get the time off of work, and can I afford it? And if both those answers are yes, going for it.
Yeah, dude.
Because you don't know if you may not get that opportunity 6 months from now. You don't know. So
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Tommaso Sullivan and Cameron Drone. Cameron, good morning. Welcome to the chat. And RC Funds Diversion is in the house. So sorry to interrupt, guys, but we got to shout out our people in the chat.
RC Funds. How are you, mate? How are you? Good stuff.
Dan's in the chat. How you doing, buddy?
Oh man, I tell you, I watched that footage that you put up earlier again, Ron. A couple of pauses here and there. It looks like
that one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it looks really good, eh? And you know what? It brought back so many memories. It reminded me of the first time I went to the Iowa 80. Not that it was to the festival extent or anything like that, but just the size of everything and the amount of trucks that were there. And it reminded me of that when I saw the amount of bikes that were there, the highways, the people, the everything. It just brought back memories of just driving those roads. It was fantastic. Really was.
Seriously, the only bad thing I've ever seen, and it's just a matter of being safe, but the 75th anniversary was 4 years ago, and there were just way too many people. In that 10-day period, probably within I'd say less than about a 40-mile radius, 179 accidents, 10 fatalities. We had.
Oh man!
And that's just like I said. It was so. I've never seen that many motorcycles in my life. But the last 3 years have just been pretty quiet, calm, And if you're into people watching, oh man, just walking down through the main drag, in town, it's pretty cool. If you're into motorcycles, it's just you'll see some motorcycles that are just unbelievable, unreal.
Yeah. Yep. We have those bike shows and what have you, and everyone stops in at the servo and stuff and gets stuff to eat before they go out to the show and all that. And the cops hang around the servos and they defect bikes because they've got non-standard parts on them. So they can't ride their bikes then.
Really?
Oh, yeah, mate. That's just the way they are.
They don't do that here.
Eh?
They don't do that here. The only thing, there's a lot of federal agents here. Polluted. My buddy has electrical contracting business, and he helped the feds wire up something like 50 cameras about 5 years ago. They have all that facial recognition software, and that's how they catch a lot of criminals.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't come.
No, it's pretty good. Lots of good food. there's one place called look it up, called the Buffalo Chip, and they've actually went from being I guess a bar. They actually got their own zip code now.
Ha!
It is a campground, and there are some people who go in there on the first day. They don't come out till the last. Everything goes on in there. Everything.
No way.
Yeah. But as they say, it's neat though. Like you can get up in the morning and there's showers, there's hot breakfasts to get, and there's all kinds of events going on every day and to see. And I mean, you can obviously leave and come in and out all day long, but it's a lot. A lot of really neat places. The one place that burnt down, the Full Throttle burnt down 4 years ago.
Yeah, I saw the
like national news, I think. And he makes his own moonshine. Apparently, when that moonshine got lit up, that's when the fire got really big.
Hey, I want to shout out to Rod Piker Drones UK is in the house. Drone Bum is in the house. And Mr. Crowley and his drone is in the house. And Drone Life RC is in the house. Good morning, guys. Thank you for joining the chat.
I just saw that. True Drone Reviews. Serial killers are not allowed. What? That's where we learn our trade in America, and we come to Australia.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at that that website now we're on.
Oh, the Buffalo Chip?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. God damn. Yeah, okay. I don't know. You were sort of, twisting my arm, but now I'm looking at some of these photos and my arm's just about broken off.
I'm afraid to ask what it is.
The bikes, mate. The bikes, the beautiful bikes.
Beautiful bikes.
And what's it called?
It's called the Buffalo Chip.
Buffalo Chip. And look at that. At the front there, they have got...
Giant buffalo.
No. Is that Keith Urban?
Oh, yeah.
It is too.
Yeah.
He used to live about half hour from my place. 45 minutes.
Really? Yeah, they have a lot of, 15, 20, big name bands and, musicians and, let's see, I can't even remember some of the bands this year. Yeah, there's concerts every night. Some are in some of the places, some are free. Yeah, it's amazing.
Unbelievable. I'm just looking at tickets here.
So Matt, I got a question for you.
Yeah, mate.
That's something you mentioned earlier about learning a skill and then moving back to Australia. Are you a truck driver in Australia?
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah.
So what you did is you came over here to the United States, learned how to drive the big rigs, and then you went over to Australia. Do they pay more?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe that's what I need to do.
Yeah, dude. What I was doing before I went to the States was I was still driving. But the opportunity arose to go to Canada, and I thought, why not? So it took me 12 months of paperwork and yapping and all sorts of stuff, red tape stuff, to actually get over there. And then I started driving over there, which was awesome. It was a totally different driving experience, different trailers, different trucks, all that sort of stuff. Although we've got bonneted trucks over here, so that's around about the same sort of thing, just the other side of the road, and you don't know where to come in and out of a roundabout. Where's my exit? Where is it? Yeah, because you're used to going out one, but that's not the one you want because they're coming this way. It's like, oh my god. And places like Chicago, shocking for a truck.
You have a hazardous materials certificate?
No, I didn't have to use hazmats. No, I was doing machinery and building materials for Menards. Taking them into all most of the Menard stores there,
Okay.
right through Michigan, Illinois, bloody Nebraska, Denver, blah 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 blah. Yeah, all through there. Vinyl sidings they make their houses because they get blown away a fair bit down that way.
My stepdaughter and her ex-husband, when they drove as a team, and they had hazmat. So
yeah, that was another string to the bow. I wasn't really too concerned about hazmat because the job's dangerous enough as it is, and to increase that sort of thing, I just wasn't interested in it. I'll stick to machines and stuff and working out how to tie them down so they don't fall off. That was nice for me to do. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Well, back in my younger days, just after I retired out of the Navy, I moved back to my hometown, which is Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I was having a hard time finding a job, and I thought about driving over the road. And I never did follow through with it. Sometimes I think I should have. I think I might have enjoyed that kind of life. That was back when I loved to drive. Now I don't like to drive so much.
And you'd be stuck driving because that's all you'd know how to do. And that's when it becomes a problem. Yeah, I just think Dennis here, Menards was one of his mother's favourite stores. Yeah, I love going to Menards, mate. I asked the bloke in Menards once. I said, "Oh, g'day, mate. How are you?" And he goes, looked at me like I was an alien. And I said, "Oh, where's your dunnies, mate? Your toilets and what have you?" What? And I had to think about it. And I said, "Your restroom." And he goes, "Oh, down that way."
Yeah.
I was fanging for a pee, mate. It'd been a couple of hours, eh? And I was, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, I didn't. The first time I ever heard that term water closet, I wasn't sure what it was. I'm like, a closet with water in it? And my Canadian friend told me what it was.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's funny, because there's a lot of connections between Australia and the portion of Europe that is the UK, Scotland included, and Ireland. And I can go over there and I can ask anybody over there and I'll say, "Where's your bog house?" And they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. That's the toilet. Because we used to go to the toilet in a hole and they used to call it the bog. And they chuck it out the back there and do whatever. So the bog, "Where's your bog, mate? Where's your bog?" And everyone knows what it is. But you go anywhere else in the world, they wouldn't have a bloody clue what you're talking about.
I certainly wouldn't have.
Yeah, weird, eh? Pete knows what I'm talking about.
Well, duh. I mean,
The outside dunny. I actually went to a house and I stayed in a house in Box Hill, Peter, and it had an outside dunny. Yeah. That was nice in winter. Not. That was shocking. Out the back with a torch, freezing cold. Box Hill. She gets cold there.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God. And that was the winter. That was about 95 or 96 or something. That was the winter where the gas, something or other happened with the gas and something exploded and Melbourne was without gas, middle of winter. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Well, I've only had gas where I am for about 7 or 8 years.
Okay. So this was about 20 odd years ago.
Yeah.
Matt had to have showers in the cold water.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't be fun.
When I was a kid, my grandmother and grandfather had a 2-hole outhouse. Actually, I think it was a 3-hole outhouse because they had 7 kids.
There you go.
And I remember having to use it a couple of times. And then they got that confernal indoor plumbing stuff.
Dag nang it.
That burnt. My granddad used to always say that. What was it? Dad darn it. Dad
Dag darn it.
Dad
Yeah.
darn it, Rodney.
Oh, that's hilarious. There's some of those sayings that you just don't hear anymore, and you never will.
Yeah.
Like my grandmother, when she had indigestion, we got these lollies over here called Minties. And they're just like, I don't know, whatever, Mentos or whatever it is. And when she had, a little bit of an upset stomach, she goes, I'm going to have to go and take a Minty, right? As if it was medicine. I'm going to go take a Minty. Or Grandpa had a heart attack. And she said, your grandfather's having an episode. What? He's having a heart attack. That's what's happening.
Hey, let's welcome Dennis to the panel.
Dennis,
Howdy, everyone. Thank you for the invitation, Rodney.
You're welcome, Dennis, and thank you for jumping in this morning, continuing on the live stream. The sunrise.
Always appreciate the chance. Thank you.
Dag nabbit, that's the one.
I
Dag nabbit, Dennis.
Dag nabbit.
This is kind of cute.
Oh, it's a beauty. Son of the biscuit. The fun-loving son of a biscuit. Oh, that's a beauty. That's a mouthful when you're angry. Hey, remember that if you're not. Well, that's funny, mate. I love that.
Rodney, it's good to be home and finally enjoy your Saturday morning coffee from home for a change.
Well, I'm glad you're home and getting to sit in and enjoy it. It's been a while since you've been on here for any length of time.
I know. So 5 minutes here and there. Yeah.
Well, hey, it happens, I'm fortunate that I have every Saturday off. I feel sorry for my wife. She's at work. So.
Yeah, I won't be able to do this again until the end of November.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you made up for it, though, Ron?
I did last night.
Yeah. And Matt's been blaming you and Jim for keeping him up all night.
It was. I couldn't bloody get an ed. I didn't say a word for about 3 hours.
You didn't say a word for 3 hours, Matt. You expect us to believe that?
Well, not really, but
Okay, Walt. Why are you trying to pass it off? Hey, I want to say good morning to Exploration Obsession. Good morning, Les. How you doing, brother? Nice sunrise this morning too, both you and Dennis.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault either because I bailed out after 4 hours, I think, and I kept on going for an hour or so after that. Yeah.
you're just not a stayer, are you, Peter? Only
No.
4 hours and you're gone.
I got 4 hours and then you left, huh?
Actually,
I'm getting old.
it was a little-
Can't handle that now.
Oh, that's
Matt
funny.
got on video for us. He did get a little speechless.
I did. Oh, I did.
Hello, I'm heading to the States.
Yeah, dude. Because I was all warmed up and feeling a little bit funny after Adrian was playing with his spark. So that's he was violating it, and that was and that just sort of tipped me over the edge, Ron. Thanks for that.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, man. Thomas did 4.5. He did ask
What
how.
I miss in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping, I miss all this. Of course, I wouldn't have been able to stay up for 4 hours or 5 hours. I would have at that time of night. I would have been lucky to stay up for 10 minutes.
You notice there is one person missing here I don't see this morning.
To
Oh,
Jim,
no, Sleepyhead Jim.
Yes.
Yeah. He disappeared last weekend too for some unknown reason. Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't think he was on my live stream last week either.
No, he might have.
Well, his wife's in the hospital, I think.
Yeah, I think that.
Oh,
might
okay.
just remember that too.
Oh, my.
Yeah, she just had an operation. Is that a sudsy? A sudsy? Is that a sudsy, Matt? What is that?
Foster's. Australian for beer.
Sudsy. Have you ever heard of sudsy, Pete?
No, haven't heard that one. No.
Is this a sudsy? Is that what he's on about? I haven't heard sudsy. No, this is actually just a bit of dry ginger ale and whiskey.
Hey, Mr. Keith, you have a good day, buddy. Thanks for popping into the chat. Hope you're doing well. You have a good weekend. And Drone Bum is going to be right back. He's got to go fill his Rodney Bell cup.
Oh, of course. That's one question I've got to ask you.
I had a Rodney Bell cup.
Okay, there you go.
I'll sell you one, Rodney. I have one. I can sell it to you for $150.
Wow.
They've lost value.
Yeah. Hey, Dennis, will you take 125?
No, sorry.
How about 135?
Oh, let's go for 200.
Man.
No. You're supposed to come down and
Well, he's just found that he's underpriced himself.
No, I see your interest. The price is going up.
Has not met reserve.
Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered. I have 4 of them. Never mind. You should have taken the 125.
I should have.
Sudsy. I like that. Time for a sudsy. I should imagine it would be a sudsy too, because it's got a foamy, frothy top on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think I remember hearing the term suds in that Shawshank Redemption movie when the guys are up on the roof.
Oh, that could be. It could be.
I'm pretty sure they mentioned it then. That said that nothing like some suds or something on a hot day.
It's true too. Just after you mow the lawn, come back in. Woo! Nothing better, mate. That first one doesn't even touch the side of your mouth.
Did that last weekend after I watched my guy mow the lawn. Yeah.
It's been 9 years since I've had a beer.
There's Peter's one for the night, Ron.
All right. I told you he was saving one up for the next day.
Oh, dear. We were just saying that Pete can sit there for quite some time. But when he says something, it's usually something out of the ballpark, bang, funny as all hell. And then he shuts up for another hour. Oh, it's funny.
Takes a while to think them up. So
We were watching you last night, Peter. It looked like you were getting ready to launch. And then
Dude, wasn't it?
like, darn.
oh, just looking at the chat so I could read it. Yeah.
Just thought of something, and a little smirk will come across his face. You know.
By the way, Drone Bum, look.
Hey, nice shirt, Rodney.
Rome. Nice stuff.
Yeah, it's one of the nicer ones I've got.
Hey, now.
Yeah, that's the best logo in the business, I think, right there.
You got that nice South Dakota shirt.
Well, that South Dakota shirt is a nice one too. I've got my favorite, and my favorite is of course my shirt, Drone Bum, your shirt, Ron, that you sent me, and Lloyd Mendenhall's. Those are my favorite shirts, but all the shirts that I have, I wear every now and then. At least I try to wear them once a week, at least.
Never too early, Paul. Hey, how far away from where are you, Rodney? You're in Virginia.
Yeah, I'm in the Colonial Beach area of Virginia. It's it's called the Northern Neck, and then Calum is down around Petersburg, I think, somewhere near Petersburg, Virginia, which is in central Virginia.
Okay. Because I've got to plan this trip, Ron.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say earlier when you guys were talking about it that I hope you guys can come, maybe make a trip here for a couple of days.
Because you know what? Oh, geez, I'll tell you what. That'd be, there's nothing like a road trip in the US. It is, it's something you don't get well, you won't get it anywhere. I'm saying anywhere in the world. It's a totally different experience. Europe's different again. The US is just, I don't know, man. It's just open. Off you go. And to do the distances in the US, not too bad. Some states are still down at 55, which kind of sucks. But to do a road trip down, it won't take that long, down to Virginia, down from South Dakota.
Well, Matt, you might be surprised. It's actually getting better. Virginia finally, in the last couple of years, finally raised their speed limits up to 70 in some areas.
Nice.
And I know in Oklahoma, if you get on the turnpikes, the speed limit is usually about 80.
Yeah.
So is South Dakota and Wyoming. It's 75 and 80.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to do a lot of drops down in Illinois.
If you guys want a Drone Bum T-shirt, here's what you have to do.
Oh, mates rates 60 cents less.
That's just for less. Everybody else is $600. That's what I had to pay for mine.
Well, that was
no. I think he meant 60 cents less than $600.
That's what it is, man. Damn it.
Okay, 60 cents for you, Les. Oh.
Rodney's planned out. He's going to ship his drone over here, and we're going to rent him a bike.
Yeah, I'm going to ship my Pro over. I'm going to have to catch up with. I might get into Denver, and I might fly out from Denver to your place.
It actually, even though it is about 4.5, but Rapid City is just out of control with their prices as far as flights. Well, that's what a lot of people are doing. Even out of Rapid City, they drive to Denver.
Wow.
There's a little puddle jumper in somewhere in Nebraska. It's like $50.
That sounds. They
fly twice a day, I'm trying to remember where it's at, but it's only like an hour from my house. But yeah.
That sounds really safe.
Yeah. But we start talking and planning, man. We can make it happen.
I told you I don't want to fly with chickens. I told you that today. Yeah.
The only thing I would recommend though is if you're interested in riding a bike is contact them early.
Yeah.
I do have some contacts there, and say, hey, I got my friend from Australia. He's coming. Make sure you reserve him a bike.
Nice.
But they actually sell. They're the most prestigious and busiest Harley dealer in the nation. They sold just under 800 bikes this year during the rally.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just during the rally.
Just during the rally.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a lot of bikes.
That's a lot of bikes.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
All right, mate.
Not what I want.
Right.
Hey, he was right.
Right back. Yeah, but
I hit the wrong button.
Okay.
Everyone's disappointed.
Just me and Peter and Dennis.
Still here.
Yeah.
Well, Peter, if Matt drags you along, man, it's can you imagine the live stream from here? Oh, boy. Jim, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I haven't even got a passport. I've never been outside of Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've been to Antarctica. That was all, but didn't land there. That was just on a day trip.
Oh, really? Wow.
Back in 2001, out of Melbourne, did a 12-hour day trip. They flew down. I think it's 4 hours down to Antarctica, and then they flew around the coastline and over one of the Australian bases down there, and then flew back again. Yeah, for a total of about 12 hours. It was a great trip.
That's a great holiday destination, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially in July, August.
Oh, sensational weather. But yeah, we should. I wouldn't mind popping down and seeing Ron.
You know what we could do, Matt? Seriously, is if you flew into Denver, throw this out to the other guys. I mean, even like Paul, from Drum Bum, he could catch a quick flight to Denver. We'd all met in Denver, like Chris Hope come up out of Texas, and Rodney could run up out of Virginia. Have this big reunion in Denver. And
Holy moly! Now we're starting to talk, mate. Not that your offer wasn't any good, mate, let me tell you. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But make hay while the sun, eh?
I just think it'd be really cool.
Just call it Mile High Spin Up.
Yeah. Mile High Spin Up.
Drone Bum's ready for it. He'll go.
This is Paul. Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that, eh? Wouldn't doubt that at all.
Yeah, but Denver's a good central location, and I just think that would be neat. Yeah. Have a big reunion down there.
Only thing I remember about Denver is I couldn't find the Flying J. The signs aren't tall there. They're usually way up in the air, but they're really low in Denver.
Yeah, Flying J, yeah. Those trucks, yeah.
I went around the block about 3 times. Bloody joint. I tell you what, that's a pretty cool idea, Ron.
Let's keep that in the discussion.
That's quite a doable thing. Well, for me, it is anyway.
Yeah.
And to have a few, I recognise Drone Bum because he'd be the only bloke there with a stick over his shoulder and a drone hanging off the end of it. That's his carry-on. Carry-on luggage.
Yeah. Get Rodney to come up out of Virginia. My gosh. Dennis, where are you at?
Georgia, Peachtree City, near Atlanta.
I'll start planning now, buddy.
Hey, Georgia.
Yeah, Denver is one of my bucket list items.
Really?
Yeah.
Get Peter a passport and put him on the bus too.
I'll tell you what, Dennis. If you do Denver, just head out a little bit and go through the Rockies and go down the side. Go through the Rockies and down the other side, because that drive is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah,
just a couple of weeks ago we were in Utah, a little bit further out than Denver, and gorgeous. Yeah. I had no time to stop and do any drone flying at all, unfortunately, but my goodness, we saw some amazing scenery. Really look forward to the Rockies. I've seen the Rockies up in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Alberta, yeah.
But
not your conscience speaking.
Oh, here we go.
My conscience sounds a lot like Rodney Bell. Which I guess makes some sense, actually.
Oh dear. I'm just wondering which shoulder you were sitting on, Rodney, the left or right side?
Well, which one's the evil side?
The one on the left.
And that's the one I was on.
Thought so.
Rodney, were you listening in? We've got this all planned out.
No, unfortunately I was out of the room.
We got a little bit of a small plan change. You're involved in this now.
Oh, okay.
You're taking a road trip to Denver.
Yeah, dude.
Taking a road trip to Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna bring you guys some all parts of the country. We got to welcome our brothers from Australia, man. We're all gonna meet in Denver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meet in Denver at the Flying J because I know where it is now, so we'll meet there. Yeah, and then we can all just stuff about and go from there. Unreal. We're going to see if Paulie's involved there. Drone bum, he'll be in on it. That's all right. No worries about that.
Yeah, I mentioned that to Paul. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going." He's already on the road.
He's already there. He's already there. Peter Carroll's coming, so
Get the passport. Yeah, plenty of time to do that.
that won't be a problem. I've got a feeling that your criminal record is pretty clean.
You wouldn't.
Peters. Yeah, I bet his is clean. It's yours that I'm worried about, Matt.
Oh no, it clears after 20 years, apparently.
I want to point out that Narrowboat Girl has joined us.
Yeah, Narrowboat Girl. Good morning, Fiona. How you doing? And Emma. And also, Drone Nut has joined us. And
Hey,
Ed
Drone Nut.
of My Drones, he has joined us. And
Wow, I missed a lot.
that is a lot.
Tell me something. Where's Narrowboat Girl from? UK or something?
Yeah, she's from England. She's I think she's like 13, 14 now, maybe. But
Does she live on a narrowboat?
yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
her YouTube page is Narrowboat Girl. Yeah, you ought to check her out. She does really well. She does really well. I mean, she's real good at doing stream, putting up YouTube videos and stuff. And she's 12. My apologies. I'm not trying to make her grow up any faster. It's just I was confused on her age, but
I'll tell you something because it's always been a dream of mine. I mean, I lived in England for a little bit, but I never got the chance to do it. And I've always wanted to do a holiday in a narrowboat as far north, going as far south as I can. And being in the middle of winter wouldn't worry me because you've got the same in the States where you've got your deciduous plants. There's a whole different feeling about winter when it's cold and everything's down. You've got your wood heaters going. You've got, some nice brandy or something like that, to keep you warm. It's fantastic. It's a whole different feeling, I guess, because I live in subtropical climate. That sort of thing is totally foreign to me, and I like the fact that it is so different to what I'm used to, and I would love to do a holiday like that.
well, I've watched several of those narrowboat videos, and especially Emma's. And back in 2016, when I started really getting into watching YouTube and stuff, I ran across a couple of those, and it's really interesting because those narrowboats, people live on them. I think Fiona and Emma live on theirs all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And, to me, that would be so cool.
Yeah. As I said, I would love to do that as a holiday. That's
I think
unreal.
that'd be a lot of fun.
Your
Yeah.
intro video here, it's brilliant.
So, Fiona, if you want to put a link to Emma's webpage or YouTube page, feel free to do so. Let Matt check it out. Peter, they're from Australia, by the way, if you haven't figured that one out yet. And
I'm already on it, Pete. Pete, Ron. I'm watching a video.
Rod, repeat after me, Matt. Rod.
That's Rodney.
Rod.
Rodney.
Not Ron, not Pete, not Dennis.
I called you Ron earlier.
Rod.
Oh dear. I am going to check this out. That is so cool. Narrowboat girl, well done.
Yep.
I will be checking that out because that I'm so interested in that stuff. It's a fantastic thing, and what an experience. You know, it's out of the norm. It's out of the box, and to experience stuff like this is it's a fantastic thing, and it can only make you grow as a person.
I followed for a long time an Australian couple. I followed their videos. Their YouTube page is La Vagabond. Anyway, they had a regular sailboat and sailed across to Australia, and then a French catamaran company built them a catamaran, and now they're sailing around the world again on this catamaran, and they've had a child since. So,
holy moly! Emery's hoping for better weather so she can get her drone up. Oh, what footage would that be? Awesome! Imagine chucking a drone up in the canals there.
Oh yeah, you know Claude, right?
Yeah.
He started a GoFundMe page and helped her buy a Spark that she.
Really?
Yeah, and she started making videos with that Spark, and I tell you, the girl has skills. She really does.
Nice.
She's going to go far, I think. She's already. I know she's already over 1,000 subscribers, maybe even over 2,000-3,000.
Well, I think she's up around the 6,000. So I think now. I think she's
Really
6.54.
Wow.
No, she does great videos.
Congratulations.
She does, yeah.
Cool.
I'll be right back, guys. I got to go get my coffee.
Okay.
Is it in a Rodney Bell cup?
Maybe. We'll see.
It was a white, Peter.
Yep. I think they're rejects. I think he sent me a reject one. They're printed wrong.
That's the second one, Ron. He got sent the rejects. Well done. Well done, Rodney.
I better slow down. It's two within an hour. I think I better.
It is, mate, but you are on the high rating show, so that counts, remember?
That's right. Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny. Geez, I'll tell you what. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these canals and stuff. It's a beautiful countryside where these narrow boats go. And depending on where you are, because it doesn't snow everywhere in England, it just gets bloody cold. But some really, really stunning countryside there. It's beautiful, beautiful. Hence, when I was over there, I got there in winter, and or just before winter actually, and then it just got really cold there, and then I went into Germany, and that's when I got the cold. It was so cold in Germany, nothing like Canada though. Yeah, just a different feel about a deciduous area with the with all the plants and stuff. There you go, Rodney.
Got the proper mug.
He has got the proper mug.
I got the proper mug.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah, all those locks on the canals, I think, would be hard work. Hard work winding those locks up and down to get through them all.
Uh-oh.
Someone's beeping.
Breakfast is ready.
Yeah, that's just.
Hello, Rick.
My wife has heated some water.
Yeah, they would be hard work, mate. You know those narrow boats used to be drawn along by horses.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and they'd be towing the boats, and next to the canals were trails where these horses would be pulling boats up and down all the time.
Yeah, 'cause they used them for sort of hauling coal and all sorts of merchandise, didn't they, back in the old days?
It was the railways. It
Yeah.
was the canals with a rail network of England
That's right. Yeah.
in the early days. Fantastic, mate. Oh, Totally different. I mean, Venice is nice because
They've got them like Europe too, I think. They've got a lot of canals in France and that too, I think, over that way.
I think France has, yeah.
Peter, your competition's here. Old Rick, he's still come out with the best one last night. We talked about that app.
That was a hard one to beat. Yeah.
What did Rick come out with? I can't remember.
Remember the app for the Spark?
The Spark, the vibrating app. Yeah. That's right.
So tell us this story about this app.
I'll let you tell him that.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Look, the whole thing, it went downhill real quick after Adrian decided he was being very intimate with his drone. As you know, Rodney, that it's not hard to do for me to become intimate with my Spark, and it was he was and
let me remind you that Emma is listening. So.
Yes. So anyway, that'll be the end of that story. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Better save it for another time, I guess, huh?
Yeah, not a time at all, to be honest.
Sorry about that, Rodney. Forgot.
Yeah, that was easy to forget that one. But anyway, thanks for the reminder.
So let's get back to this Denver trip. So we're all going to meet in Denver, right?
Yep.
And are we going to stay in the Denver area, or are we going to go to?
Here's my thoughts. And Matt, you come into Denver. We get like Paul out of New York, Chris out of Texas, Rodney out of Virginia, Dennis coming out of Georgia. Peter, we're getting you in this. We got to get your passport, but we're getting you over on the boat too.
All right.
I figured if we spend even like 2-3 days at the most, and then, Matt, it would actually probably, if you flew into Denver as opposed to Rapid, it would be cheaper. And if you wanted, I said you could rent a bike probably easier from Denver, because it's tough, I think, during the rally because so many people come to South Dakota, and then we would gauge the rest of the time based on your availability, how long you would be here. Jim will be with me. Jim and I will ride down out of Rapid City down to Denver on our bikes. But we could spend some time, go up like Pikes Peak, some of the 14,000 plus mountains, do some sightseeing and some drone flying. And
that's terrible, Mike. That's terrible.
I'm serious, guys. I'm up for it. Let's start working on this,
man. You know what? Yeah. We should because talk is talk. You got to walk it, and this is a great thing to be doing. And you know what? This is what it's all about. Yeah. Is catching up with people from all over the place, and
absolutely.
Whenever it's all possible, we should be doing these things. And I've always told you, Rodney, too, that you got a bed here, and that does always. Especially when it comes to a lot of traveling all over the place too, to have someone that you can stay with and have a good time with and do whatever, it makes the whole trip a whole lot more personable than just being a tourist, and it makes for a really great trip.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And then, and even Matt or whoever would want to follow, like Paul just said, at least 2 to 3 days in international spin up. But then, Matt, you come up to my way, whoever, I'll put whoever, we'll get blow up mattresses and put them around the house here for people to stay. But, I can be the tour guide up here in South Dakota and Wyoming.
How big of a yard do you have, Ron?
Pardon me?
How big of a yard do you have?
Big enough to put everybody.
Man, I'd pitch a tent. I'd be willing to stay in a tent.
Yeah.
You'd have to let me use your shower though.
Yeah. Okay. I got 2 bathrooms.
I got
Two cars.
One for me and one for Matt.
So Ron, have you ever flown a drone from 14,000 feet?
No, the highest I've been is just a little over 11.
So what's the air like? Is it pretty controllable there, or?
Yeah, it actually did pretty good. And the only thing I found in the couple times that I've flown at altitudes like that was I was in a place called Beartooth Pass, Montana. And it goes from Red Lodge, Montana to the northeast corner of Yellowstone in Wyoming.
Okay.
And when you get up to the very top, I don't know, Rodney, if you want, I could show you a real quick clip of, but what is so cool, Dennis, is you're up in the clouds. And I'm standing there the one day and I got clouds they're literally passing over my ankles.
Wow. You got a clip of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look at it. We have the technology.
We have the technology.
Hey, tell me something, Rodney. Are you still using the free version?
No.
Right. Okay. So he will be able to stream in 1080.
I don't think. I think it'd be 720.
I think if you're paying, that you'll get a 1080, and it's only 720 for the free version.
I'll have to look at that, but I thought it was still 720, but
it'd be pretty.
720 is still pretty good, but
Yeah,
1080 would be better.
Yeah,
4K would be even better than that.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Brian McKay just popped into the chat. Good morning, Brian McKay. Not Joe Rowling. Good morning, Dennis. And Brian McKay says, "Man, you all get up too early for me." Yeah, Brian, me and Dennis Lovelady do sunrises on Saturdays and Sunday mornings.
Okay, I'll show you the one.
Okay.
Share screen.
13. How are you, buddy? It's a hell of a walk for me. Yeah, it would be. Sorry, mate. Here we go.
This is going up this beginning of Beartooth Pass. I was on my motorcycle.
Holy moly. Watch that music. Ronnie might get a strike.
Whoops. I'll turn the music off.
Yeah.
I'm riding through the clouds.
God, man. Look
Wow.
And then I broke out. And back in them again. The top at about 11,500.
You're flying there, though.
Yeah.
You can tell that.
Yep. But here coming up, you'll see the one ledge I was standing on. And I had to be careful not getting too close to the edge in case it caused an avalanche or that snow broke off. Yeah, right here. I'm standing right here. And the clouds are coming right at my ankles.
Oh, wow.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'm bringing my drone.
Oh, dude, that's a must.
27.
I'm without it.
Just 27 batteries.
They won't let you on the plane with 27 batteries, I don't think, will they? They won't let you on the plane with 27 batteries.
No, they won't, actually. Yeah, I wonder if I get away with 6.
But here's, but like I said, it was absolutely beautiful up here. Yeah, here's, and the weird thing you got to watch is you never know when those clouds are going to move in on you. I actually launched and I was about 1,000 feet away and only 100 feet, not even 100 feet. And all of a sudden the clouds rolled in and I can't see anything.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's where you use your map and you follow that green line back.
Yeah, Did you have any problems thinking that it was close to the ground with the cloud cover and not being able to land?
Yeah, the one time I come back, I was only, 10, 15 feet in the air. I could hear it, but I couldn't see it.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. That's what that kind of looks like. Rodney, if I could show you one more real quick.
Just be my guest.
Here's your guest, Rodney.
Oh, he is, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I mean,
this is only 2 minutes long, but this is this 7-day journey we did around Wyoming, Montana. But this is coming into Glacier National Park, and this is less than a day's drive from my house, Matt. Coming into this park.
Wow.
I don't see any glaciers.
You will in a second.
Oh,
okay. Picky, Rodney. Picky.
You're gonna name something a Glacier National Park, then you need a glacier at least.
You promised me glaciers, Ron.
Yeah, Ron.
An old GoPro I had, the thing bounced. It had, but look at this.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that glacier. That's a nice glacier there. That's a pink one.
Yeah.
Wow, Rodney.
You won't get invited, Rodney, if you keep on.
Oh, so the blue glaciers are female and the pink glacier? No, that's backward, right?
The other way around, yeah.
They call the road to the sun, and this actually, Glacier National Park goes all the way up into Canada and continues with the Rockies. But the thing you got to be careful about is there's so much scenery, especially when you're on a bike.
Yeah.
Your head goes like 90 different directions looking at the scenery, but you got to watch the road.
Yeah, dude.
It's not very big. And if you notice, there's no guardrails.
No, you're going for a long way if you go that way, mate.
They take you a day or two to get down there. It's up high.
Yeah, no, I'll catch the Greyhound bus to your place, mate.
Yeah. But like I said, Matt, less than a day's ride to get up here.
Oh, look at that. You kidding me?
This is why I live here, guys. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful country, man. I think we're going back next summer. Yep.
I'll tell you what, I could go freaking mental there with a drone.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
You won't find anything like that in Australia.
No
way. No.
Hmm.
What's our highest mountain? Just over 7,000 feet, I think, our highest mountain.
Wow.
Yeah, that's with snow on the top. Failing that, it's only about 1,000 foot high.
Yeah. But Dennis, to answer your question, I had the Phantom 4 Pro back then, and it actually performed pretty well. I questioned it myself. I wonder how this thing's going to do, but it did fine. It did great.
Wow.
Yeah. But
and you find a national park there.
The Phantom 4 Pro is a good drone.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
I regret selling it a little bit.
Hey.
But I wonder if you can even get batteries for that anymore.
I thought about that just yesterday, actually. I need to check that out because I need to get a couple more.
Magic.
Manic Magic, Trevor. Welcome.
He's supposed to be resting. I'm going to yell at him.
Trevor?
He's in the chat. I didn't invite him on for that very reason because he needs to be resting.
Went to a wedding at my lake. You're supposed to be resting. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, my goodness gracious me, Trevor.
Rodney, this has been fun, but I'm going to have to go.
All right, bud. Well, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for inviting me. It's good. Nice to see all you people and all you people that you can't see over here.
My regards to your wife.
Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
Later, brother.
See you.
Bye.
So anyhow, has the arm broken off, Matt?
So Brent Nunley says that you can still buy a P4P batteries on Amazon. He said he just bought.
Oh,
And Drone Bum has to leave too. I think is what he's saying.
Hang on, I've got some noise going on in the lounge
The
room.
Narrowboat Girl has to go. Fiona, you and Emma have a nice weekend. Thank you for being in the chat. Appreciate it.
Drone Bum's getting all excited about that trip to Denver.
Right. I'm kind of excited about it too.
I think again, I'm just throwing it out there, Rodney, and I'll do whatever I can to help organize and help everyone, and but I just think it'd be super cool.
I think it would be fun. It would be awesome. It really would.
Or like Paul said, international spin up.
Yeah. Now that would be cool if it. Oh man, that would be so awesome. It would be. Have Daddy of 13 come over and Mummy of 11 and you and Matt and Peter come over and maybe even Trevor.
Yeah. Wow.
It'd really be cool if Ice Spike could come over.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the way I said that sounds like it'd be completely awesome if all you guys could come over.
Yeah. Peter, get your passport now, my man.
Yeah, Peter.
We're working on that.
Have to get my bad knee sorted out too.
Well, yeah, you definitely need to get that out. So, have you posted any videos with your Mavic, Peter?
Yeah, I put 2 up. One last week and one this week. Yeah.
I'll have to go look at them.
They're not really good because I'm just sort of learning how to fly the thing, So.
Well, that's I can still show you support. I didn't get any notices, so.
Okay.
We got to comprise a list, Rodney. We got to get Rick and Steve out of California. Chris
Yeah,
out of Texas.
Chris out of Texas.
Where's Brent Nunley? Where's Brent?
I think he's in Arkansas.
Simple trip for him. What else we got?
Jack Sparky Fron, maybe even get him involved.
Who's that?
Jack Sparky Fron.
Yeah, I have not met him before.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
He's usually in the chats.
There he is. Yeah.
He's doing lives now too for Sunrise, isn't he?
I think so.
Yep. He'll go through 2 batteries for that one. With the old spark. I was watching one the other day. Yeah, it was a Sunrise. Yeah. Good on. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to nick off too because I've got to get up at 3:30. That's 3.5 hours time.
Oh, dude.
Head back to this joint I went to on Friday for a disappointing sunrise. So I'm going to go back because apparently it's going to be clear tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, I guess we're not going to be seeing that disappointing sunrise.
No, you won't be. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh no, it was one of those mornings, and by the time the sun was,
you shouldn't limit yourself to just the good sunrises. I mean, look at some of my live sunrise streams, man. Some of those are just like gray. It almost reminds me of being back in the Navy, haze gray and underway, But
yeah.
You got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah, I know.
The bad with the good, or the good with the good, or whatever.
No, I'll kick the bad out, and I'll go for a good one tomorrow.
Okay.
If I get up at 3:30, and it's a cruddy sunrise again, I'll be mighty upset.
Well, I imagine so. I
haven't even edited the bloody video yet, and I've got so much to do tomorrow. But oh God. Anyway.
All right, brother. Well, you have a good night. Sleep good.
Shall do.
Be safe tomorrow.
I will, mate. I will. It's fantastic. And this is a good idea we're going with.
I think so.
We ignited the fire.
It is. Yeah. It's almost time to call in the fire brigade because it's going to be out of control.
You're going to make go on me.
Do they sell alcohol in America? Because I like to have a drink.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll hook you up.
You say you walk me out?
No, hook you up.
Oh, sorry.
We'll put a big keg out in the front yard right beside Rodney's tent.
Rodney, I'm cold.
Well, if you're drinking, you shouldn't. There's no way you should be cold.
Yeah.
I know. When I'm drunk, I'll cuddle up to anybody.
Back in my younger days, when I did drink, I never got cold when I was drinking. The day after, I was not only cold, but
You had the flu.
sore.
Yeah. Well, you won't be sore if I cuddle up to you, mate.
No, not even going to go down that road.
You gonna cheat on your spark?
Hey, Matt. Stick to the spark, brothers. You know, I love you, man, but not like that.
I'm not bringing the spark. It's going to be so hard. I'll be texting every night. I love you. I'll be home soon.
Oh. So you're not going to bring the spark?
No, I'll bring the pro. I'll bring the pro, especially that I just.
The spark may leave you.
I know. It's such a jealous little thing. I'll just say, just going down the shops for some milk. Be back soon. Yeah.
You can make it home by half your stuff.
3 weeks later.
That's it. Although we're out of milk, I had to wait till I got the cows in. Then I had to milk it. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Before you go, I got to do a political advertisement.
Grumpy
Grumpy
Vlogger!
Vlogger for president. I don't know if he's out in the chat, but I gotta support my candidate.
I will. When I pop over there, I'll be putting my vote in. I'll be going to the polling booth, and I'll whack my vote in, and definitely see. I would love to see him on the podium when I get back to Australia. I would laugh my guts out if he was up there. Oh my God!
You know what would really be funny is if he actually won. People riding him in all over the country.
Yeah, he'd sit there and he'd go, "No, what the hell now? What do I do now?
What did I get myself into?"
Going on. What do you mean I can't do my live on Thursday night? Well, you're a president now. You can't do that. So, but I go live every. You can actually sit behind a real desk like that instead of that fake one he puts in.
I can hear him now. If he's like, they don't like it, he'll just say, "Bite me."
Yeah.
Do you know how many subscribers I have?
Oh, yeah.
Funny.
Funny.
Yes, I will love and leave you. Absolutely fantastic. Catching up with everyone once again.
Yep, sir. And we'll see you next weekend.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Have a safe week.
Yes, safe week.
I'll just answer Thomas here. Well, I cuddle up to the spark without a drink. And if I did have a drink, and if Rodney's around, well, who knows? No worries, Thomas O'Sullivan. I know that goes on. There you go.
You know, Matt, I was just thinking my P4P and my spark get along right now. But if you get into the mix, they both might get jealous.
Yeah, it's not going to be pleasant. Although if something does go down, we got to document it, mate, and put it on YouTube.
Yeah. Every time I look at one of your videos, I think of that one video where you have the spark flying.
Yeah, because I took the throw out for that day. Okay.
You see, Daddy 13 said, "Last time I was in America, I was in Louisiana and ended up at a stripper bar. I was lost, but I loved it."
Well, if you're going to be lost, I can't think of a better place to be lost in.
I like that too. Lol, Dahlia 13. Lost, eh? That's your story. Works for me. Sounds like one of my Vegas stories, but I ain't going to go into that one. All right. I better roll, guys. I really
All right,
will.
Matt.
Okay.
You have a good one, brother. Be safe.
We shall do. And thanks, everybody, again. Thanks, everyone in the chat. Thanks for having me, Ron, Rodney, Peter.
Okay.
Been pleasant. Absolutely fantastic. I'll catch you all again.
All right. See you.
See you later. Bye.
Cat, come on.
Meow.
Wow,
Yeah.
that cat just she
Spit up 2000
demands attention.
International Spit Up.
Well, that'd be kind of cool.
What Tomas Salin said, yeah, what happens in South Dakota stays South Dakota.
Not with this crowd, it wouldn't.
And then, boy, gosh, the YouTube videos. Dear Lord.
So, Ron,
Yes, sir.
what? Who is that right behind you there?
Oh, that one. That is Victor. Wait a minute.
Victor?
No, that's Matthew.
That's Matthew. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of these days, I'll figure those guys out.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just yell out their names and they all sit there and stare at me.
Well, you know, when you're mounted to a wall, what else can you do?
Yeah. So, Rodney, we'll have to. I mean, I'm being serious about it, but I'm comprise a list. I mean, I'm not going to try and put together any kind of, thing like Kelly does down in Texas, but just.
Oh no, and I didn't think it was going that way, but
Right.
I think just if we could get a bunch of us together and just like you said, go out and go up into the mountains, fly drones, and have a good time. That would be awesome.
And it depends on the weather, but sometimes it's early, sometimes it's late, and sometimes you can get some beautiful even fall foliage in August. That's not completely abnormal. I have one little clip. I flew in. I met. Oh gosh. I forgot his name. Oh, you remember? I haven't spoken to him in a while. Danny Fife. Have you ever seen him, Rodney?
Who?
Danny Fife.
He's in Colorado, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I have or not.
Yeah. It goes to show you, how this community is. I was down there purposely looking for fall foliage, and I was like in the northern part of the state, and I'm not finding anything. And so I emailed him or wrote something on his channel. Next, we exchanged numbers, and then he calls me and said, "Where are you?" And I was a little south of Denver. He said, "Well, I'm in Colorado Springs." It was like an hour and a half drive. He said, "Come on down here." And he said, "We have a group going out." There was a guy. We ended up with about 15 SUV pickup type vehicles. And this guy does like a tour guiding thing. And I have a quick video of it. But we went up into the mountains. It was in like mid-September. Oh my gosh, beautiful.
Oh, I bet. Hey, I want to say, Brent Nunley, have a good day. Be safe. He also says he's in on our little shindig.
Right on, man.
Who else was leaving? Brian McKay, thank you for coming into the chat. You have a good day yourself. Be safe wherever you're at. See who else. And Mike Kelly has joined the chat. So yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun, Ron. Yeah. I really do. And
yeah,
I would have to start saving right now, and I want to save money for the next spin up as well.
Yeah.
And But man, I would love, if Peter and Matt came over, I would love that.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
We could hang around till spin up then.
So
Denver's not crazy, but once you get out of town, oh my gosh, go up into Vail or any of those areas. Gosh, it's beautiful.
Mm.
And one of my favorites is Pikes Peak. It's 14,000, like 500 and some. It's pushing towards 15,000 foot mountain.
now, isn't that Denver's the Mile High City,
Right? Yeah.
Oh man, that cups holds some good coffee.
Yeah. Rodney, may I share just a quick?
Absolutely.
If I can find it here again. All right, where is it? Ah, here it is. Go back to StreamYard. Share screen. There we go. And let me know when
I see it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is last fall. I was down.
Fall.
Yeah.
Look at that. Man, that's huge.
Yeah, he was a big boy.
Oh, look at that.
This
That
is all
bird.
Colorado.
Oh,
This is south of Denver, down around Colorado Springs.
gotcha.
This is with the Autel Evo, the whole video. It had good dynamic range. The colors were phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what I hope to catch. In fact, I would love to go up to Skyline Drive here.
Uh-huh.
I think it's called Skyline Drive, but it's up in the what's the name of those mountains? Anyway, it's the mountains here in Virginia, and you go down in the fall, and it's just like, because it's just forest everywhere, and the colors are just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's in the Shenandoah National Park area or George Washington National Forest, and you can't fly, but you can do cameras. So
Yeah. This is all we did. We just traveled these dirt roads and we went for miles and miles on these dirt roads. There was like 15 vehicles. And this one guy, he does it every weekend. He takes people out and does the tour through the mountains,
yeah, that's cool.
Anyway, it's just about over here. Yeah, I just thought it was beautiful, beautiful scenery up there.
That's right. Ed just pointed out it is part of the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Okay.
So what I was talking about, Skyline Drive. So
yeah.
Awesome. That's just awesome. That video reminded me a lot of Drone for God's Glory's videos. He flies in Colorado.
Really?
He has a lot of really great scenery like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, whoever, I guess it would be, each person would be different, but spend a couple days in Colorado, and if anybody wants to go up into South Dakota, is up in my area, is about a 4.5 hour drive from Denver. If anybody wanted to go up to Mount Rushmore or the Badlands or whatever, into the Black Hills where I live. And then, obviously you're 8 to 10 hours west, but going up into Yellowstone, Glacier, the Grand Tetons. That's what I like about where I'm at. I'm so centrally located that all within a day's drive, I can be in any of these places,
Yeah.
Hey, I want to welcome my granddaughter into the chat. Good morning, Allison. Good to see you, girl.
Yeah, well, I've watched a lot of that Danny Fife's videos in the past. He used to do a lot of hiking videos where he used to go to a lot of the national parks, like around where he lived in Texas, and also a lot of his four-wheeling videos.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was one of the early people to get one of the Autel Evos too.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Danny Fife, that guy from Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to look him up.
Yeah, he travels. Him and his wife now I haven't spoken to him since last year, but he travels all around the nation now. I think they got a motorhome or something. And
yeah, they have. Yeah.
See, that would be awesome. That would be awesome to be able to fly around and just fly and take video and stuff, and that would be so cool.
Yeah. If we make it up to South, up to Rapid, seriously, Rodney, we'll make it happen. Everybody stop at Walmart, grab a blow up mattress, and we'll put it in here somewhere.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather not see anybody spend money on hotels here, but because they can get pricey that time of year, during the rally time.
Yeah, like I said, man, if you didn't mind, I'd pitch a tent right in your yard.
Yeah.
That wouldn't bother me at all.
Mm-mm. No. And like I said, Jim's coming up. Jim's coming for sure. But I don't think we're really going to go into the rally, buy a T-shirt. Hey, I was here, but he's coming to ride, and that's what I want to do too. Is we're just going to go and ride is what the plan was.
Okay.
But he gets here, and if we hop on the bikes and head to Denver the first day. Yeah.
Well, that would, it would be cool to meet everybody there.
Again, I lit the spark. You guys have your contacts, and throw it out there, and anybody that's listening in the chat, but I'd like to. I just think that would need. There's so many people that I would like to physically meet.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I tell you, Ron, that's an experience when you meet people that you've talked to for over a year on YouTube, and you meet them in person. It's like you're meeting family after a long separation.
Yeah.
Steve Carpenter comes walking into the hotel, man. I recognized him right away, and we hugged each other like we were brothers. Same thing with Joan Bum.
Yeah.
Of course, I had met Chris about a month and a half before Spin Up happened. But it's still the same feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to meet Chris too. Him and I have been exchanging deer pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. That last picture you sent me was awesome. That's cool.
Which one that was?
Hang on a minute. I think I can find it. Go to my YouTube Pals folder and look up Ron Lockwood. I can't. There it is. It said Wyoming buck.
Oh, is that? Oh, that.
So you sent it to me on September 7th.
Is it the one with the green truck behind it?
No, this looks like it was taken at night.
Oh, that was a guy from Mossy Oak. We get the film crews from Mossy Oak that come to our lodge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it was the archery deer. Yeah, it was still in velvet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they film a couple shows over there at least a couple times a year. We get North American Whitetail magazine. Mossy Oak. Trying to think who else. A couple other the Outdoor Channel TV shows that come over there. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, I went to visit my son Allison's father, when he was an assistant pastor out, or actually he was the youth pastor in Sterling, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out there visiting, and we saw like herds of elk, and that's the first time I'd seen an elk in real life that wasn't in a zoo. And I tell you, it was awesome.
Yeah, you go up to like Rocky Mountain National Park. Oh my God, you can find hundreds of them up there. You come into, I forget the name of the little town right there, but they're like walking all through town. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's not far from Denver at all. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah. Paul says that man's nuts. Yeah, I'm a little crazy. But so what do you think? What do you think, Peter?
No, sounds good. Would love to do it. Really, it's just a matter if I can physically do it. I'll have to. As I said, I've got a bad thing. It's got arthritis. It makes it a bit difficult to get around at times. But
Right.
if I can get it checked out and maybe get something done about it, I would love to do it.
Yeah, that would be so cool. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's I don't know how many hours flight that would be, but it'd be awesome if you could make it, Peter. It really would.
I think from Australia to Los Angeles, I think it's around about 14 hours.
How many?
14.
14?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a fair way. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 12 hours when I flew from Japan.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then it'd be, how many hours from Los Angeles would it be? What, another couple of hours at least from Los Angeles or more?
It's probably 3 hours.
Yeah.
About maybe like 2.5 hours from LA to Denver.
Yeah.
But does Denver sound? I mean, does that sound appropriate, Rodney? Kind of centrally located for everybody in the U.S.
I mean, it seems all right to me.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you got Denver International Airport. You have to deal with that mess, but
Yeah.
it'd be worth it. It would be worth it to get together like that. It'd all be worth it.
Yeah.
It'd all be worth it.
Well, like I said, let's all put our heads together, and again, we just kind of lit the spark. But the funny thing is, this whole thing started last night with Matt, and he was sitting there, and his head was picking up, and his eyebrows were raising, and he's like, And more of the conversation went on. Well, he's not saying yes, but he's not saying no.
He's been telling me how to come to Australia, and I would love to.
Oh my God, yeah.
I would love to go to Australia and be able to fly my drone there.
Oh.
Yeah.
But that's just the neat thing, that we have all of our connections all over the world now.
Isn't that cool?
It is.
I was my boss at work and one of the other supervisors, not my personal supervisor, but Dan, he asked me if he could buy a shirt, one of my shirts, and because he thought they were cool, and I don't charge for my shirts. I'll give you one if you want one, but so I gave him one and my boss one, and I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, and he said he just loves watching our videos. So,
yeah.
Who knows? He may be out there, and he's not in the chat. At least I haven't seen him in the chat, but he might be listening in. So,
Yeah.
Oh, Allison, I just saw it. You have a good day, sweetie. And I'll be. Are you going to be available for our FaceTime this afternoon? I do around 4 o'clock. I do a face chat with all my grandkids. Allison and Kylie, her sister, and their two brothers. Okay. Now, Allison, I'll see you at 4 then. Love you, baby.
Peter, Rick said he'd share his walker with you.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Joe Simpson is in the house.
Rodney, thank you for having me on.
Ron, you're always welcome.
Yeah.
I know sometimes it's hard for you to come on and be on for any length of time, but
yeah,
you know, anytime you can come on, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, it's always nice to have you. So
yeah, it's like that one that, like, well, I'll catch you in the truck. You know, drive from the apartment up in North Dakota. It's about a 5-10 minute drive, but yeah. The rest of you might not see much of me in November.
okay.
Yeah, I'm actually only going to be home when I leave here Monday. I will only come back to my home twice, and it's just for a matter of hours.
Okay. So are you going to be working as a medic the whole time, or?
Both. When I leave Monday, I'm going to be up in North Dakota. I picked up some extra shifts, and then when I come home the following Tuesday, I dump off my medic bag, pick up my hunting gear, and go an hour later.
And then you're going for a ride again. Okay.
It's about a 3-hour drive home, 3.5, and then it's an hour 15 to get over to Wyoming. And I got to meet my hunter, do a little scouting, you know, and then I'll be there for 10 days. And then when I come home at the end of my 10th day, I might stay home and sleep here that night, or I may just unpack the bag and head back to North Dakota for the next morning. This time of year, I don't like to drive in the early mornings because there's just way too many deer. The rut's starting.
Oh yeah, it's that time of year.
Yeah, we have so many deer out here killed on the road during this time of year. It's the state department or the highway departments, you'll see them. They get these 20-some foot flatbed trailers, and they just go up and down the interstate and pick up some gigantic buck that are laying on the road and hit. It's unbelievable. Yeah, the rut starts and they get crazy. Well, Peter, good to see you again. You guys have an awesome weekend, and
Yeah, good to see you again too.
yeah, and pick up some more than one-liners, buddy.
Okay.
I'd like to say good morning to Coast Drones. Good morning, Bill. Rick is leaving us. He's going to bed. Was he on your live stream with Matt and stuff this morning?
Yeah, last I saw him, it was about midnight, 11 o'clock his time. Yeah,
because I think he's another one that never sleeps.
I know. But okay, guys, great weekend. Everybody be safe, and Rodney, we'll see you whenever.
All right, Ron, take care, be safe, man, and keep in touch. Let us know how you're doing from time to time.
Oh yeah, I'll send you some deer pictures.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, guys, take care now.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, well, Peter, I guess it's just you and me.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I am going to be getting off here in a few minutes, though, Peter. But before I do, and I meant to do this when everybody was in the chat, and it slipped my mind. There is a fella on YouTube. He was in the Dennis's sunrise stream this morning, Wendell Live. And everybody in the chat check out Wendell Live. I think his link is. I posted his link in the description below. He does covers of popular songs, and he's really good. I really enjoy his videos, and so check him out. I don't think you'll regret it, you know. And in fact, let me. I'm going to post his link. Give me a second here, Peter.
Okay.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Ah, come on. I'm going to go ahead and post his link in the chat. Check this man out. He sings really well. And he puts a lot of effort into his videos. Okay. So check him out. I think you'll really enjoy it. And I mean, he does all the greats. He does Rick Springfield, Elton John. Man, I can't remember. I would watch one of his videos. It was I hate it when my mind goes blank. Brother Love's traveling show.
Oh, yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
It was Neil Diamond, wasn't it?
Neil Diamond. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah.
Don't know what I'd do without you, buddy. Blue Idaho. Hello. But check him out. He does a great job, and I think you'll love it. And tell him Rodney sent you. Anyway, Peter, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream, my friend.
Okay.
And for all of you in the chat, I hope you have a great weekend. Blue Idaho, sorry that you're coming in as we're leaving, but that's the way it goes sometimes. And we hope to see you next time.
Yeah, it's 1:30 in the morning here, so it's time I was in bed anyway. So
yeah, you know, you and I love you and Matt, man, and Manic too when he's on. You guys, you know, are troopers staying up this late.
Because you go into daylight saving too, don't you? Or this weekend?
I'm sorry.
You go into daylight saving or something this weekend?
No, but I don't have anything planned. Like I said, my wife is working, so I usually don't do anything. I got some chores I got to do around the house anyway, and then tomorrow morning I'll be doing the church's video again. So, but let's see. Thomas asked me something. Tomas, yes. Yeah, Tomas, go ahead and text me, brother. And but anyway, Peter, you have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Don't know if you guys say that in Australia or not.
Oh, we do, yeah.
So,
and we'll have a good weekend, and we'll hopefully catch up again next weekend.
Absolutely. We'll catch you later, brother.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone in chat. Catch you later.
All right, everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate you being here. It's always a pleasure to have you all in here. Hope you enjoyed the show. I don't do drone reviews or anything like that. And when I do a live stream, I just prefer to talk about whatever. And you know, and everybody seems to enjoy that. So anyway, you all have a good weekend. It's good seeing you in the chat. And I hope you come back next week, next Saturday. And we'll see you again. Have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.